Hey everybody, well I know it's been a while since I posted a video, so I thought I'd go through some old footage and I wanted to share this little trick that I use to pull axles. Works on 4 to 8 inch and 9 inch rear ends. Not sure what all else it might work on. It might work on others too, but it's a real simple way to pull an axle. You don't have to worry about a slide hammer. I didn't have the money to buy a slide hammer and I didn't feel like spending that much on one either. And I'd posted a video about this before on TikTok and on my Facebook page. And people were telling me that they use the turn the brake drum around and use it as a slide hammer. Or one guy even said he used a tire and wheel as a slide hammer on them. But this way works a lot better. It's a lot smoother. Not jarring the vehicle. You don't have to worry about knocking it off of jack stands or anything. So thought I'd share this with you, and like I said, this was recorded a while back. I was pulling an axle out of my 1970 Torino GT parts car, and it didn't have drums on it when I bought it, and I took the brake shoes off of it. I might say brake pads or something in this video, but I meant brake shoes. But I took the brake shoes off. They were bad anyways, but I took them off so you could see what I was doing a lot easier. And it's real simple. And so I'll put it up here. It's a nice little trick, little life hack that makes pulling axles a whole lot easier. So hope you enjoyed the video. Appreciate it. Just started on removing this axle. Gotta take out these 4 nuts here. 1. 2. The end of this axle flange has a hole in it, so you can stick your socket and extension on a ratchet, go right through the hole in the axle flange to get to these 4 nuts that hold the axle in place. Number 3. Number 4. There's those 4. Now, let's take out one of these bolts. Sometimes you have to use a hammer and punch to pop them out, but don't really need a bolt this long. This is just the first one I found. Let's run it through, and then since I can't move this plate out of the way, whoops, because it's hung on the end of these bolts, and I don't feel like pushing all that bolts out, and put it on the inside of that plate, or it's not going to do any good. Like I said, you don't really need a bolt this long. This is just the first one I found, and it works. And you want to put a washer there so it'll help it slide. Just want to make sure the washer is not so big to where it covers the edge of the bearing, because then you'll be fighting against yourself when the bearing starts pushing against that washer. And then on the head of the bolt against the back of the axle flange, run your nut up against the plate here, or the housing that your brake pad's attached to. Now there's a big ear on the corner of the housing there, so you've got plenty to push against. And I brought a box end wrench with me, so I'm going to put the wrench on before I go any further. And the other wrench I've got is open end. Okay. All right, now then, you got that in place. Show you how easy this is. Hopefully, I haven't pulled this axle yet. I don't know how long it's been since this axle has been pulled out. So, see what happens. I'm using a lock washer, so right now it's just mashing the washer flat. That's the first washer I found. So I'm not straining very hard, and I don't know if you can see it or not right there, but it is moving. Now if it gets in a bind, you may have to put another one on the opposite corner, but this one is sliding out pretty well. Or if it gets in a bind, sometimes you can ping the flange with a hammer on the opposite side and it'll help loosen it. But this is coming out just fine. There's no banging and rattling trying to use a sled hammer. Less risk of your car falling off of jack stands. Like I said, I don't know how long this axle's been in here, but it's sliding right out right now. Let's get it easier now. So I'm gonna take bigger bites on it. And it's almost out. So if you want to use a wheel and tire as a makeshift slide hammer or brake drum or even an actual slide hammer, you can if you want to. But I'm going to be doing this every chance I get as long as it works. And there it is. How simple was that? All right, well, I hope you guys learned a little bit from this video. Like I said, it made the pulling the axles real simple for me, and didn't have any trouble. I've used it on 1, 2, 3, 4 axles, so worked just fine. But yeah, it's just a little trick, a little life hack that I use to pop axles out. So appreciate you guys watching, and y'all take care, and I'll see you next time.